nothing big planned, just a giant blowout party with all the Barbies and planned choreography and a bespoke song. You should stop by.
So cool.
The People's Choice Awards ceremony is set for Sunday. Barbie leads the way with 8 nominations, followed by Oppenheimer with 6. On the TV side, Only Murders in the Building, Ted Lasso, The Morning Show, and The Last of Us got the most nods. The show will air at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC, Peacock, and E! You're listening to the latest from NBC News Radio.
Rustler Sports On Air are brought to you in part by Porter's Supply of Riverton, offering grills, spas, fire pits, gas stoves, wood-burning stoves, and Green Mountain pellets. They are located at 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton. Details can be found online at portersmvs.com. Thanks to Porter's Supply for the sponsorship of tonight's pregame show.
This is Rustler Basketball.
One-on-one, right-hand hook is good, and the Rustlers have their first lead on the 5th-ranked team in the country. Driving Marbury kicks it out. Jaden Warren high, arcing triple is good. De La Cruz, though, with a quarter for 3 is good.
Rustler Basketball from Rustler Media is brought to you in part by Porter's Mountain View Supply, Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming, Bailey Enterprises, and Fremont Chevy of Riverton. Also by Admiral Beverage and Pepsi Cola, Fremont Therapy, Myers Gambles, County 10, the Sutherland Lumber Company, Wind River Cares, Gales Carpet One, and Altitude Home Interiors. And by the Wind River Casino.
Nice give and go. Engel ends up with an Engel good jam. And the Rustlers are up by 1.
Now to Rustler Gym for the Porter's Tailgate pregame show. Here's John Gabrielson.
If you are making your way to Rustler Gymnasium for a 4 o'clock tip-off, we're going to get this one about 10 minutes from now, so we're going to start this about 8 minutes early. So if you're headed up to Rustler Gym, don't dilly-dally, get her parked and get in here. It's CWC taking on Northwest College. Good afternoon. I'm John Gabrielson alongside Joel Kindle. Ladies from Powell dropping Central 84-57 in the women's game, and now it's on to the men's game. 33rd meeting with the Trappers. Western leads it 18-14. Northwest won the last one and did so convincingly, 106-79. The Trappers have won 4 of the last 5. The Northwest Trappers coming in with a season record right now of, I'm going to get my right score sheet out, as a matter of fact, and make sure that we're doing things the way we get them done here. But Central right now sitting all alone in 3rd place in the conference, and a lot depends on Western and Gillette today, and Eastern and LCCC playing as well. But it's a situation where Central playing a couple of teams that are below them in the conference standings. Well, they're in Casper. The one on Saturday of next week is the one that is out ahead of them right now. Trappers 14-10 overall, 3-4 in conference play. They've lost 4 of their last 5. Central at 14-12, 5-3. They've won their last 2, and they did so on the road last week, beating both Eastern and LCCC after they were down 21 to LCCC. They got the win. Central and Northwest doing battle here in just a few. Andy Ward in his 26th season as a college head coach, his 2nd stint at Northwest College, taking on Brad Schmidt and the Rustlers. Brad in his 6th season. This is the Porter's pregame show. We will have an interview quickly with head coach Brad Schmidt. That's next on your Porter's pregame show on Rustler Media.
Rustler Sports On Air are brought to you in part by Porter's Supply of Riverton, offering grills, spas, fire pits, gas stoves, wood-burning stoves, and Green Mountain pellets. They are located at 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton. Details can be found online at portersmvs.com. Thanks to Porter's Supply for the sponsorship of tonight's pregame show.
Support of Rustler Athletics comes from Sutherland's on North Federal Boulevard in Riverton. Whether you have a minor repair or a large project, take advantage of Sutherland's many rewards. Sign up for our emails and monthly gifts. Save even more with the Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Apply online or see a store associate for complete details. You can order online for in-store or curbside pickup at Sutherlands.com. Sutherland's of Riverton, helping you build it better since 1917.
Family on me. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Quick hands by Bettinger almost took it away. De La Cruz, though, in the corner for three is good. This is our Porter's pregame show, getting ready for the men's game now with head coach Brad Schmidt. And it's almost like the playoffs start now. I mean, really, these next 4 games, 3 at home, tonight, Thursday, Saturday. It doesn't make or break anything, honestly, but you kind of control a little bit of your own destiny, especially with Casper giving a little help beating Gillette last night or on Thursday. It
was wild, John. I was reflecting on that the last couple of days, that I feel we could win all 4 games and, maybe even win the region if things fall our way. But you're definitely, you win the next 4 games, you're gonna finish at least second, which would be huge. But there's also trepidation when I think that, we could easily lose all 4 of these games and go from, being in a very good spot right now to falling all the way to 5th, 6th in the standings and having to go on the road to play a region playing game. And it's just going to be determined by playing 40 good minutes each individual game. I talked to the guys a lot about going 1-0, and that's our emphasis today is to go 1-0 against Northwest, and then we'll move on to our next opponent.
Speaking of that, it was a very confident team that you took up there after Sam scores 42. You guys put up 100 and whatever and beat LCCC and Eastern kind of handily, and then fell a little flat. Talk about that. Talk about what's different this time around.
I mean, when we went up there, we were booty. I think anybody that watched the game or saw the score would agree with that. And we were a little overconfident from the 2 games leading up to Northwest. I saw them play Western and kind of, Western had control of the game for the most part. And my guys to a man all told me they overlooked Northwest and they were not prepared mentally. And if you play college basketball, especially this time of year, the physical attributes and what you're doing as a team doesn't matter that much. It's more where the guys' vibes at, where their mindset's at, and how they approach each individual game.
X's and O's, what has to happen for you guys to be successful if you focus on 1 or 2 of their players? What has to happen tonight?
Well, the number one thing is we have to guard better. We have to be physical defensively. We have to bump cutters. We have to really communicate all 5 guys because Northwest runs an offense that kind of mirrors more of like a 4-year offense where they set a lot of cross screens and pin downs and singles and just different stuff that you don't see quite as often at the junior college level. And they have to play that way because they, talent-wise, size-wise, they don't match up with a lot of the other teams. And so, we got to play team defense, and it's got to be aggressive. It's got to be physical, and we got to slow them down because they're one of the most efficient teams in the region.
One last question, and it's how does the cancellation play in? Kids were geared up. They're ready to go. You had focused possibly on one team. Now that gets flipped for another week. How does the cancellation affect anything?
The cancellation in regards to just yesterday, or I should say as in Thursday, was a little weird. You're expecting to play Western, but the game was canceled by 10:30 in the morning, so I instantly just started pulling up Northwest stuff. And, we had practice on Thursday with a light scout on what we were going to do for Northwest. In regards to what it does for us, I think it's a huge, huge benefit. I was sitting around and I was just like, oh, man, we're going to really play Thursday, Saturday of this current week, and then we're going to play Saturday, Thursday, and not till the following Saturday, basically 1 game a week for 3 weeks to finish the year. And I was just not a fan of it. It's just not enough games. It's way too much practice time. We don't need that much practice right now. We're only going for maybe an hour and 15 minutes, but we need to be playing. So as soon as that game got canceled, I was actually in favor of it, especially because it's a home game. It doesn't really mess up our schedule that much at all. So, no, I'm excited about it. And, yeah, we got 3 of our last 4 at home, and if we hold home court, I think we're going to have a chance to go to Casper and play for the region title.
Anything else?
Nope.
Appreciate it. Best of luck. Send a couple of kids up after.
Thanks, John.
Head coach Brad Schmidt of the CWC men's basketball team. This is your Porter's pregame show. We'll give you starting lineups and tip it off. Northwest Central Wyoming College Region 9 basketball from Rustler Media after this.
At Fremont Chevy in Riverton, being in the community isn't just how we do business. It's our way of life. We think of our team, our customers, and our local community as one big family. For us, being community partners is more than just a source of great pride. It gives us a deep sense of responsibility. We are excited to bring you the scoreboard for Rustler Athletics on Rustler Media. See Fremont Chevy online and at North Federal Boulevard in Riverton.
Give me the starting lineups in this afternoon's game. We'll start with the home team, the Rustlers, as head coach Brad Schmidt in his 6th season right now, sitting 3rd by themselves in the conference. They will start like this, wearing number 2, a 5'10 sophomore, averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds per ball game. Played brilliantly last weekend out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. That is Lawrence De La Cruz. He had 19 in each game last week, did Lawrence. Number 4 is Jaden Warren, the 6'2 sophomore out of Phoenix, Arizona, and Bella Vista Prep High School, averaging 3 points, 2 rebounds, but he's the energy guy. He's kind of the motivational factor for this team is Jaden Warren. Wearing number 10 is a 6-foot freshman out of Sacramento, California, averaging 15 points a game and one of the top shooters in all of Region 9 from three-point line. That is King Solomon, 16 points, 3 rebounds per ball game, and he is says 33%. But he's more than that. He's in the 40% looking at his stats. Number 11, a 6'6 freshman, leading scorer on the team, averaging 19 points, 7 rebounds per ball game. He is 75 points away from getting in the top 5 of the single season scoring. And you got to remember, he missed some games due to a concussion as well. That is Sam Marbury. And then down low, the 6'10 sophomore, also out of Phoenix, Arizona, Bella Vista Prep, averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds per ball game, is Julian Roberts. It will be De La Cruz, Warren, Solomon, Marbury, and Roberts, the 5 for CWC. Take a look at your starters for Coach Ward and the Northwest Trappers. He will start like this, wearing number 0, a 6'2 sophomore out of the Dominican Republic, averaging 11 points, 4 rebounds per ball game, is Milton Rodriguez Santana. They call him Junior. Number 1 is Will Hemme, a 6'1 sophomore from Fort Collins. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. He's the number 1 assister in all of Region 9. He's also a pretty good free throw shooter at 88% as well. Wearing number 21, a 6'1 redshirt freshman out of Star Valley. Talk about playing bigger than he is. If he's in fact listed at 6'1", Coulter Merritt out of Star Valley High School, 13 points, 9 rebounds. He's the top rebounder in Region 9 North.
And listed as a guard.
Yes, and he's 9th in steals as well, is Coulter Merritt. Number 22, a 6'6 freshman from Fort Collins, 9 points, 6 rebounds per ball game, is Drew Larson. And their leading scorer at 6'6", the freshman, averaging 14 points, 4 rebounds per ball game. 3rd in field goal percentage in Region 9. That is Colin Hayes. It is Junior Santana, Will Hemme, Coulter Merritt, Drew Larson, Colin Hayes. They won this game up at Northwest, 106-79. Coach Schmidt called this a little bit of redemption week with Western and Northwest, even though Western got flipped to the other side of this game. And we are underway. Central will have first crack at it as they go right to left in their home whites. De La Cruz, Solomon, Marbury, Warren, and Julian Roberts. Defensively, Santana on Solomon. Gets a pick from Roberts. He'll fire the 3 on the way. In and out, stays out. And the first rebound of the game goes to Drew Larson, and he'll lose it out of bounds. And it's last touched by the Rustlers, says the official underneath.
I'm curious how it works, too. You spent most of the week preparing for one team, and then the games get flip-flopped on you because you play one game at a time, and that one game at a time wasn't the game you were expecting.
Now you think you may be extra prepared come Thursday. Offense deliberate by Coach Ward. In his 26th season, his 2nd stint as the head coach. Larson triple, good.
And his assistant is also his second time around as an assistant coach as well. And that'd be Jacob Price.
3-0 Northwest. De La Cruz. Lob it down low to Roberts. Gets free and puts it down with a left hand. Julian Roberts with a flush. Santana has it. Gives it back out to Hemi. Left side, Larson won't pull the trigger on a three this time. Goes instead to Colin Hayes. Ball almost knocked away by De La Cruz. Merritt with it. Red shirt sophomore is Coulter Merritt out of Star Valley. Shot clock down to 5. Losing it out of bounds. Last touch by Solomon with 3 to shoot.
Regular.
Hemi will trigger it inbound underneath his own window and to the left. Shot from 15 misses, and physical for the rebound. And Northwest will reset out of that. Larson again for 3, and De La Cruz undercuts Colin Hayes for the rebound and will get the foul.
He was undersized and tried to make the move.
Pushed from underneath, and Lawrence will get foul number 1. Underneath and wide open is Coulter Merritt for the flush. 5-2 Northwest out in front. Warren to Solomon. De La Cruz to Marbury now. Cross court, Warren. His triple on the way is no good, and Hemi will get the rebound. Central 0 for 2 from three-point land to start the game. Trappers throw it up top to Merritt. Hayes back to Merritt. Now Hemi at the top. Pump fake. Runs in, stops for an elbow shot, and drops it in. Hemi on the right side elbow. 7-2 Northwest out in front of the Rustlers.
There's a Fort Collins connection doing some damage right now.
De La Cruz and an offensive foul on Julian Roberts at the top as he and Hemi got tangled up. That'd be a turnover on the Rustlers. And unfortunately, Juice gets called for about one of those a game. So we got it out of the way in the first 3 minutes now. So 3 minutes gone by on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 7-2 Trappers. They play catch in the backcourt. Hayes, their leading scorer, lost his footing. And picking it up is Larson at the midcourt circle. Gives it back to Hemi now. Hayes penetrates, and an offensive foul coming your way. No, they're going to give it. I thought Warren got there first. We're going to give him the and one, and Jaden Warren will get the personal foul. Basket by Hayes.
If that play occurs 10 times, I don't think it'll be called the same way 10 times.
Yeah, I thought Jaden got there, and he does quite a bit from time to time get there, in fact. Three-point opportunity is good, and a quick timeout called by Coach Schmidt. As Northwest is bolted out to a 10-2 advantage on the Rustlers.
Coach Schmidt lobbying that last foul call as well.
Final scores today from women's games. Western defeated Gillette 86-62. Northwest defeated Central 84-57. And the final score, looks like Eastern's going to hang on to beat LCCC up 5 with 5 seconds left, now up 6. Central with some confusion as to what offense possibly they are running. As you can hear, Marbury's going to go down the paint, hook it up with the right hand, got his own rebound, puts it up, still no good. Roberts, though, on the third opportunity will knock it in. Much needed basket for the Rustlers. Long triple on the way. Good by Colin Hayes. Hayes has 6. The lead is 9. 13-4. Solomon gets free for 3 and snaps nylon on that one. Top three-point shooter in Region 9 North. Drills one. He's 1 for 2 on the day. 4 minutes gone by. 13-7. Western out in front. Hemi, 10 to shoot. Hayes floats in an 8-footer, knocks it down. He's got 8. Does Hayes already in the contest.
In a way, they're like CWC in that all 5 will be willing to take an outside shot.
Marbury working on Larson, misses the lay-in, but Larson can't hold on. Out of bounds, it'll go and stay Central basketball. Lucas Engelry jumping into the lineup for the Rustlers. Jaden Warren will come out. Sal Duga-Moroboto had a great game. Scored 5 points, but when he scored those 5 points was huge in the overcoming a 21-point first-half deficit against LCCC last Saturday. Solomon throws it up to Engel. Now Roberts, as you got both of the quote-unquote 5s playing outside for Central right now on the court at the same time. Roberts lob it down low to Engel. Poked away from behind. Stays Central basketball with 9 ticks left on the shot clock.
I do believe, like, if there's a 4-year future for Roberts, it will be as a 4.
Lob up ahead, stolen away by Merritt. Turnover number 2 on Central. Santana lays it off glass and in. Good transition basket. And the Trappers with a 10-point lead, 14:45 left. Nice dish underneath. Roberts spins with the left hand, is fouled. Condi, who had just checked into the ballgame, Preston Condi, I think is going to get the call as he just checked into the contest. And Preston's probably spent as much time in this gym as anybody in this gym right now, being a youngster when his dad was the head coach. Curtis Condi. Hello, Curtis and family. Juice will knock down the first free throw. Solomon comes out. Tay Hollins has come in. Tay getting better and better with minutes, averaging 5 points a game out of Roseville, California. Roberts looking for point number 6 of the 9. He has it. Solomon the only other basket. De La Cruz will come in for Roberts as the Central lineup goes a lot smaller now. Merritt in the backcourt, throwed it away. De La Cruz runs around and puts it up and in. He's had 19 points in each of the last 2 games as De La Cruz, as he's just kind of elevated himself.
Yeah, turned it on just lately.
Condi in the backcourt. Almost threw it away again. Merritt ends up with it. He'll go baseline. Santana underneath. Nice play by Colin Hayes as they great ball movement. He's got 10, does Hayes. Hayes is get you his season high here in just a few minutes. Duga-Moroboto with it. Underneath. Scores it. Sal. Like I said, he didn't score much at LCCC, but when he did was big buckets like this one right here. Hemi across the timeline, pushes it up with the left hand, gets it back from Santana. He'll direct traffic. We'll get a media timeout on the next stop in play. 19-13, Trappers the lead in the basketball. Hayes back to junior, now Hemi with it. Hemi, 4 on the shot clock, throws it up wild, a lot of contact, missed everything. Picked up by Tay Hollins, Rustlers the other way. Marbury drills the 3. On the run, Marbury knocking down the triple, and it's a 3-point game. Condi across the timeline, hands it back out to Merritt, now to Hemi. And this is one of those stretches I've talked about, Joel. It just seems like this season we have played a lot of basketball between whistles as Hemi misses the triple.
It seems like there's a couple of whistles that could have been called.
Right.
Or could have been blown, maybe.
Marbury, the rebound. Central a chance to tie. Marbury says, why not? Can't get it to drop, though. And Hemi will come away with a rebound. A long time between whistles and a steal by Marbury. Marbury with Dugan Moroboto on the left side. Pinned to the basket by Merritt. Marbury misses, gets his own rebound. Tipped back to him. Dugan Moroboto three. That's no good. Engel fouls Hemi. Nothing called. Hemi's called for a travel. Wowza. And we'll get a media timeout after all of that exchange. Central misses two pretty good close opportunities, but then Lucas Engel gets away with knocking Hemi to the floor on the rebound, and they'll call Hemi for the travel.
Yeah, if he doesn't go to the floor, there's no whistle, but that's surprising that the whistle was blown that way.
Yeah, as much to the Coach Ward and the chagrin of the Trappers as well. Looking at Mr. Clark, he's at a 28-point game, a 29-point game. Scored 26 at Eastern Wyoming their last time out, did Colin Hayes. He's got 10 already. I'm going to keep it right here at 19-16. Central has had 3 shots at a tie and getting within 1, and they've missed all 3 of them. Central right now 6 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from the arc. Northwest 8 of 11 from the field, 2 of 3 from the arc. Hollins, Marbury, Engel, De La Cruz, and Solomon, who has returned to the game. Cruz Stubbs has checked in for the Trappers, as has Tessie Thong.
Let it go, let it go.
Good call as they let that go in the backcourt, as you can hear the hoop mic pick that up. Solomon runs past his man, throws it off glass, missed it. Engel, a rebound, put it up and in. Big offensive rebound by the former Wolverine here in Riverton High. Thong with it. Tessie is out of Melbourne, Australia. Hangs out, like I said, with my kid, so a Northwest Trapper student. Floating in an offensive foul on Hayes. He kind of knew it as he just went the other way, jogging by. Colin Hayes, that'll be turnover number 4 on the Trappers in the first 12 minutes, the first 8 minutes with 12 minutes left to play on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Underneath, Marbury, too far underneath. Somehow got it up near there. Engel comes down with it. Jump ball. It's going to be Trapper basketball. Great job by Lucas, though, to come in on Hayes and get a piece of that and flip the arrow. Thought Sam would be better off dishing that one out as far underneath as he had ended up getting on that play. Merritt. Hayes back to Merritt. Now Hayes again as they'll break the timeline with a couple seconds to spare. Thong calls out. Plays. Merritt has it now. Thong. Shot clock inside of 10. Getting free at the top. Stubbs, his triple is no good, but leading rebounder in the conference gets another rebound, and Thong knocks it down. Tessie Thong with a triple as Coulter Merritt gathers in his first rebound of the basketball game. Back out to a 4-point Trapper advantage. De La Cruz in traffic, scoops for the right hand, and it'll drop in. Boy, the Euro step freed him up, and he got it to drop. Hands on Thong, he'll get it across the timeline. It's Condi with it, back up to Thong now. Roberts and Warren, next whistle, return to the Central lineup. High post, Condi, Preston down to the low baseline, Merritt. Back up top, pump fake Hayes. He'll drop the 3 and drain it. 13 for Colin Hayes. Northwest out to a 5-point advantage. Solomon.
Hayes only averaging 14 on the year.
Marbury has it stripped, and a late whistle is called on Colin Hayes, and Sam needs to be careful with the extracurriculars, just saying all day, but kind of how you say it. Now the referee is going to talk to him a little bit as well.
I'm 0 for 5 in the team right now. It's never happened.
You can hear Sam still talking to the official. He said, I'm 0 for 5 in the game right now.
It's part of the game. I'm ready, sir. Let's go. I'm ready. Go up to me, boys.
10-11 left to play in the first half. Marbury is not 0 for 5 because he had the three-pointer. He's got 4 points now, cuts the lead to 4. Engel comes out.
Hey, watch cross.
Have not seen Beeman as of yet. Warren will come in for Marbury if he makes the free throw, and he does. Cuts the lead to 3. Biggest lead was 10 for the Trappers. More crowd trickling in on a Saturday afternoon. Got regional wrestling in town at Riverton High School, just across the street, essentially. 10 minutes left to play. Merritt just barely got it to the half-court stripe at the 10 count. Condi with it, guarded by Hollins. Back to Preston. Travel violation coming your way as Colin Hayes got trapped down there in the low block between a couple of rustlers and walks with it.
Yeah, he kind of pulled the door out on him, and that's the walk.
Under 10 minutes left to play, first half, 25-22. Trappers out in front. Roberts gets underneath. Triple teamed and fouled. I think Condi might be recipient of number 2. I think they're going to go Thong now instead. Tessie Thong with his first personal, and Julian Roberts will go to the stripe. Eastern and LCCC just about ready to get things started as Roberts misses the first. Substitutions around. Roberts has 6 points. Santana back into the game. Larson back in. Roberts knocks down the free throw. It's a 2-point game. Western and Gillette about ready to tip off. Gillette just got beat Thursday night by Casper College. De La Cruz with a steal on Thong. 1-on-2, takes it to the rack and ties the game. It's been a different De La Cruz the last 3 games. It's 25 apiece. Santana working on Solomon, rejected by Roberts. Take it away and out of bounds. It's going to go Central basketball. Get the team rebound. Central leading 9-7 in the rebounding. Roberts will take the inbound. Stubbs comes out of the game. Hemi is back in. Condi has come out as well. Hemi in there as well. Central's first chance at a lead. Three-pointer, De La Cruz. Not going to happen. And the rebound to Coulter Merritt. Merritt gets it back. Penetrates. Scoots it back out. Thong pump fakes the 3. Free throw line. Hands it out. Santana. Now Larson. Hemi has it. Colin Hayes on the bench right now. High arcing 3 by Long. Ball goes off of De La Cruz. Merritt knocking it off of De La Cruz. It'll stay Trapper basketball. And here comes Isaiah Halverson into the ball game for the first time. Halverson, a 6'5" freshman from Sacramento, California. Flips it out top to Hemi. 25 apiece on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Our first tie as Northwest has led from the opening tap, much like they did at Northwest a couple of weeks ago. Thong drives in, shot clock violation. No, they missed both anyway.
Yeah,
and it's
hit the rim, though, on the first one.
Rebounded by Julian Roberts. Rustlers' first chance at a lead with 1 minute to go before the second media timeout. 7:53 left, and good come from behind defense by Drew Larson to knock that one away. $14 on the shot clock. Hollins in as they'll lob it up and throw it away, and it's going to be tapped. Referee's going to confer. They're going to look at each other with arms out raised and say, I don't know. They'll go jump ball, and Central will have it on the arrow. As that was ball tapped in the backcourt. And honestly, if I don't know that if I thought maybe it would be Northwest ball, if anything.
Officials conferring still.
So, yeah, and so what's the shot clock situation going to be, I think, is what they're looking at now. They're still talking about where that shot clock, I think, should be. I don't think there was any change of possession as it got knocked around a couple of times, and they're going to leave it at 12. So 12 to shoot for Central. Tied at 25 apiece. Thong guarding De La Cruz. Shot clock down to 6. De La Cruz going to take it himself. Dish it to Roberts. Trailing the play, and the Rustlers have their first lead of the basketball game on the dish from De La Cruz. Roberts has 9. Central their first lead of the game now. Right side, Halverson. He'll take one dribble and airmail one. Underneath, coming away with it is Santana to the floor. That probably got to be a travel in there, doesn't it? Nothing called, and now a travel on Hemi. So got the travel, just not on the person that was on the ground with a basketball.
I could not tell if he had improved his position on the ground is the only thing I would wonder about. He was scrambling, however.
He was flailing about. Solomon with Santana on him defensively. Penetrates, rises for 15. Off the back of the iron, Santana will get the rebound. Media timeout and 3 subs coming next. Dead ball for Central. Thong with it. Baseline, Halverson. Looking, guns it right side, Hemi. Triple on the way, good by Will Hemi. Gives back the Trappers the lead now at 28-27. He had a good wide open look. Good find by Thong to find him as well.
Yeah, one of 3 Fort Collins, Colorado players on this roster.
De La Cruz stops and drops it in for 6. De La Cruz has 8. The new and improved Lawrence De La Cruz in the last 3 games has just been phenomenal. He's been amazing. Halverson across the timeline to Hemi. Right side, Santana drives, runs past his man, lays it up and in. Good body control by Milton as he takes it to the rack and scores. Lead changing hands again. Solomon stops for 15, and he'll bury it and trade the lead again. 5 for Solomon. Under 6 minutes left to play. And I've said it at least 2 times now, how long we play between whistles. And it seems like this season has been more and more and more of straight 2.5 minutes of basketball between whistles. Halverson falls down, nothing called there. Santana was 6 on the shot clock. Halverson's going to get the rebound. He'll be rejected by Roberts. Out of bounds, it will go. It'll stay Trapper ball, and we'll get the timeout. 5:20 left to play in the first half. We've seen 5 lead changes in the last 2.5 minutes. Central 31. And it's the Trappers 30. We'll be back after this break. This is Rustler Basketball from Rustler Media.
All right, Pepsi-loving football fans, it's time we had a lesson in trash talk. You heard that right, trash talk. And I'm not talking about that stuff that happens on the field. What I'm talking about is trash, like literal trash. And it's the only thing that belongs in your garbage can. No, recycling might not be as thrilling as converting a 4th and long or taking a kickoff to the house. But I think we can all agree Hail Marrying plastic bottles into the recycling bin gets pretty close. And let's be honest, your spiral could use some work. So next time you're thinking about throwing that Pepsi Zero Sugar bottle away, just cap it back up and pretend you're down by 6 with the recycling bin wide open. Know the difference? Make a difference. Be a team player and recycle. Visit PepsiTrashTalk.com to learn more.
5:20 remaining in the first half of basketball on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Central 31 as you see the Trappers emerge from the huddle led by Halverson and company. Thanks to our new media degree Amanda Nickoloff and the new media students. Jill Warrenberg is our director. Andy and Noah up here in the press box with us. Shot clock at 18 after the rejection by Juice. Hemi will trigger it inbound. Halverson goes up, double clutch as that one was altered by Engel, out of bounds. Off of Marbury, down hard went Larson.
I don't know if I'd complain too much because there might have been a foul there instead.
Yeah, well, and Central's been the benefactor of a couple of calls at this point. Hemi, Santana flips it back out to Hayes, who's back into the game. He got sat on his keister, misses the three. Marbury the rebound. Sam had a new career, new season, single game high, 42 for the Rustlers a couple of weekends ago against Eastern Wyoming. Marbury down low to Engel. Pump fake, got Halverson to go past him, and then he missed it. Hayes will get the rebound. Boy, Engel would like that one back. Under 5 left to play, first half. We'll have some ladies come up and visit us at halftime from the ladies' game. Underneath Halverson, working in on Engel, throws it back out top. Hayes, one extra pass out top now. Santana from 15, missed it. Engel, flat-footed, gets mugged from behind by Halverson, and Engel will get the rebound. Halverson will be committing the foul, his first. Central basketball. Northwest right now, 12 of 26 from the field, 46%. They're 5 of 9 from the three-point land. They haven't shot many, but they're 5 of 9. Central, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the nation, right now at 2 of 6. They haven't shot very many either. Made 19 against Gillette at home. Engel, just outside 3, good. Lucas Engel. Central, their biggest lead of the afternoon now of 4 with 4 minutes left to play. Merritt brings it across the stripe back to Hemi. Hugo Moroboto on him. Larson knocked away by Marbury. Picked back up. 10 to shoot. Santana cross court. Hayes. Pump fake. Tries the triple. Missed it short. Marbury. Rebound number 5 to go along with his 5 points. Central the chance to add to a 4-point advantage. The first time they have led long. Triple Marbury. Dishpans in and out. Rebound by Larson. Trappers back the other way. Hayes on the inline, out of bounds. Turnover number 7 on the Trappers. Rustlers only with 2 turnovers by my stats here in the first half. King Solomon will check in. Bradley Beeman snuck in there for us, by the way, and now he's out. So I apologize for not recognizing Bradley Beeman checking into the ball game for Central. 3:15 left to play first half. Central on the attack. Solomon runs past his man, takes it all the way to the rack. Partially blocked by Merritt, but Engel gets the rebound and he's fouled. Lucas with his 3rd rebound. If Coulter Merritt is only 6'1", I think he's taller than that, but they have him listed at 6'1", but the kid can sky, as evidenced by 9 rebounds a game, but he's had 2 big blocks in this one already. The former Star Valley Brave. Engel working on Condi, spins and fouled by Preston. Hit number 2 on Condi, and it'll send Engel back to the line, to the line for the first time. Central as a team, 76% free throw shooters. Lucas himself, 88%. Hasn't shot that many, 24 of 37. And he'll knock down the first with Sam talking in his ear as he lets the ball go. 5-point Rustler advantage, 3 minutes left to play. Rustlers trying to avenge a 106-79 beatdown at Northwest at Cavery Gym. 36-30, Ken Rocklett's court, if you will, up there in Northwest. Merritt runs it, throws it into the corner. Hayes back up top, Hemi. Rustlers in a man-to-man. We're under 3 minutes left to play. Condi with it, left side angle. Into the paint, too hard as it goes right off the hands of Hayes. Turnover number 8, taken away by Tay Hollins. 2:30 remaining in the first half. Central. De La Cruz trapped in the corner, flips it up, back up top to King Solomon. Long triple on the way is no good, and Merritt with another rebound. Got him for 3 unofficially. Spin shot good.
Nice job by Condi as he spun around and got that one to drop.
First basket of the game for Preston. Marbury working on Hayes. Spins. Has it knocked away. Wanted a call. Doesn't get it. Merritt ends up with a basketball. Hemi. Pump fakes Santana. Runs around De La Cruz. He got Hollins in the air. Condi turns. Shot good.
Pretty similar to the shot he just made.
Yeah, back-to-back baskets by Preston Condi. And he gets his team within 2. 36-34, 90 seconds left to play in the first half. De La Cruz, he wanted a 3, doesn't. Good job by Condi. Ball gets knocked into the backcourt by Santana. De La Cruz, one-on-one Hemis, fade back 8, good. Nice job, De La Cruz. He's got 10 here in the first half. Hayes.
CWC a different team when he is on.
Yes. Solomon is going to foul Merritt.
I'm not really sure why the bear hug was needed in that foul, but...
Well, because he had tried to reach twice and didn't get a call, so he decides, well, I guess I got to go bear hug. And Coach, I think, just wanted the foul to get substitutions into the game as Warren Roberts have come in. Foul is on King Solomon, his first, by the way. 4th team foul on Central. Hayes trying to get it back to Hemi, but De La Cruz all over him. They'll switch again. Shot clock down to 10. Hayes loses his footing and 1, and Solomon's going to get another one real quick.
It is the danger about maybe committing a foul just to commit a foul, because now you suddenly have 2.
Hayes has 15 of his team's 36 points right now, with 50.7 seconds left showing on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Hayes will get the 3-point play. 1-point game. 5 lead changes, 1 tie in the contest. De La Cruz runs the arc. Pulls it back out. Solomon, pink shoes on today. Hands it back to Roberts. Now Marbury. Hayes on him defensively. Sam, 10 foot in the paint. Back of the iron. Warren with a big offensive rebound. Shot clock and game clock now 8-second difference. Big offensive rebound by J-Dog.
I think I'd just take the best shot you could get right now because you're going to get plenty of time back.
Solomon knocks down the triple after he gave a little juke and jive. 4-point game. Stolen away by King, and he's on the sideline, or he traveled, one or the other. And it's going to be Trapper basketball with 4 seconds left. Sal Duga-Moroboto going to check in, and you might think King would come out after getting those 2 quick fouls. You don't want him to get a quick one here with 4 seconds left. He will come out of the contest. Hemi looking for Hayes. Throws it in. Santana turns. 1 second left, and a dunk by Merritt at the buzzer. I think that was a missed shot.
Yeah, badly missed shot, it appeared.
And then Coulter Merritt skies and flushes it down and makes it a 2-point game as we go to the break. 5 lead changes, 1 tie. Central out in front by a bucket. It's CWC 41. It's Northwest 39. We'll be back with your Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show after this timeout. This is Rustler Basketball from Rustler Media.
Winter driving in Wyoming requires a light touch and a cautious approach. This is Cody Beers with WYDOT. Think about these winter driving tips. It takes extra time to slow down or stop on slick roads. Try to avoid using your cruise control when road conditions are slick. Drive at appropriate speeds in the winter. Are you in that big of a hurry? If you encounter poor visibility, such as a ground blizzard or snowstorm, slow down. Slow down for your safety and mine. If you don't have to go, don't. And please, buckle up.
This broadcast comes to you in part by Fremont Therapy. They offer physical, occupational, and sports therapy in Lander, Riverton, Rawlins, and Green River, Wyoming. They are the scoreboard sponsor for tonight's game and can be found online at FremontTherapyGroup.com.
Bailey Enterprises is a supporter of CWC athletic broadcasts. Bailey's operates Pit Stop Travel Centers, Bailey Tire and Auto Service, Bailey Oil Company, Speedway Cafe, Evergreen Wholesale, and Central Wyoming Transportation. All can be found online at BaileyTire.com. Stick around for Bailey's postgame show after the game.
This is your Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show, brought to you by WYDOT, reminding you to buckle up every trip, every time. At the intermission, it is CWC leading 41-39. Earlier this afternoon, the Northwest Lady Trappers defeated CWC 84-57. And Coach Leighton Westmoreland is here with us in a 30-10 second quarter, kind of spelling the difference, I think, a little bit in this game earlier today. 17-11 after one, and then 30-10 in the second one. Kind of got away from you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. With this young group, we have just failed to figure out how to be consistent for 4 quarters. If you look at the second half, they outscored us 37-36. Yep. They played the same minutes with the same bodies with a couple girls that fouled out. And so nothing changed. You know, we didn't run any different offenses. We didn't run any different defenses. And so until this unit figures out how to be consistent, I mean, we're going to have these type of performances.
As it were, Tal Ballin doing what Tal Ballin does. Take away some bright spots of this one. Katie coming in with a start, getting 6 points. SB held the 12, I guess, is the talk there, but some bright spots definitely in this one as well.
Well, you know, we have individual talent. It's just getting them all to work together. And so, you know, Tal's going to do what she does. She just hustles. She works hard. You know, that's why, again, she's at the top of the standings in steals and assists, you know, for CWC. And, you know, SB is going to make big shots, but we know teams are going to take them away. They're going to give more pressure, try to force SB and Ari to put the ball on the floor as opposed to getting set comfortably for that three, because, you know, you've seen our last few home games in here, we're hitting 13, 14 threes. And so, you know, teams are going to make those adjustments. And, you know, we had some good people step up today, come off the bench. I thought Crisel Mendoza played really well for us, which is, you know, I think good for her as well, having that confidence in herself to still come out here and compete the way she we all know she can. And so, yeah, there's a few bright spots.
You know, Latai comes in with 5 points, hitting the big three in the corner. And unfortunately, you know, 5 of 21 from the arc, 6 of 15 from the free throw line doesn't make a coach very happy either.
No, it doesn't. And that's all we do is we shoot free throws. Every single day we have a drill called 4-minute free throws. And it's just pressure free throw situations. And so we do so well in those performances, and then we come out and have a night like this, like you said, from the free throw line and just not shoot well. And you know, it's just one of those things as a coach is, you know, you remind them and you tell them and you show them. And, you know, when you only have 9 bodies, it's hard to, you know, use the bench as a lesson teacher as well, because you do that and somebody gets hurt, and, you know, it just, you know, having a short bench hasn't helped.
The other 2 games today kind of went as planned. Western came on late and eclipsed Gillette 86-62. Eastern defeated LCCC. And it comes down to right now taking care of your own as much as somebody, you know, keeping Gillette down to stay out of that number 7 spot right now. But it's as much in your own hands, destiny-wise, as well.
Absolutely. I mean, we control our own destiny at this point, and that's been the talk for the last, you know, going into the second round is this is the possibility of how it shakes out, but ultimately that's up to y'all. You know, we definitely needed Western to win today. They got, like you said, they got that win over Gillette. And then, you know, Eastern beating LCCC helped, because that still keeps LCCC reachable if we play well through these next few games. And, you know, and ultimately we just have to be able to play better. We can't come out on our home court with our fans and put up quarters like that where we just choose not to compete.
How does this translate now? You come back Thursday against a team that you were supposed to be and geared up to play this past Thursday. Does that lend itself to more scouts for anything on the Casper game Saturday, or is it just business as usual?
Business as usual. Obviously we're going to prepare the best we can for Western. At their place, it was a 9-point game until the final few minutes when we had to start trying to control time and score and get some fouls to stop clock, and they got the spread from there. And then with Casper's Casper. Whether we scout them or not, we know what they're going to bring to the table every single game. So it's a matter of, are we going to bring our best basketball? So I think it's really just business as usual. We are really prepared for Western, and so it's just kind of revisiting that scout and looking at film and getting a few extra days to prepare for them. And then we got sophomore night against Casper, and got to put out a good performance.
All right, keep them healthy. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Head coach Leighton Westmoreland, his team falling today 84-57 to the Northwest Trappers. We're at the intermission of the men's game. Central out in front 41-39 at the break. Stay with us. We will come back and take a look at some first half statistics from the men's game. This is your Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show on Rustler Radio.
County10.com supports this Rustler Radio broadcast. At County 10, their mission is to connect the communities that make up Fremont County. Whether you're looking for updated community news, the local events calendar, up-to-date job listings, the details about new businesses in town, the Student of the Week spotlight, or just want to watch local athletic events, County10.com is working to keep Fremont County communities connected.
A Big Win sponsor of the Rustler Athletic Booster Club is Health Source Chiropractic of Riverton, restoring health through the relentless pursuit of exceptional care. They offer chiropractic care and exercise therapy for everyone. Services include spinal decompression for degenerative or bulging discs without surgery and custom orthotics. They also have health products and nutritional supplements. See them at 910 North 8th West in Riverton or online at healthsourcechiro.com/Riverton.
Rustler Sports On Air are brought to you in part by Porter's Supply of Riverton, offering grills, spas, fire pits, gas stoves, wood-burning stoves, and Green Mountain pellets. They are located at 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton. Details can be found online at portersmvs.com. Thanks to Porter's Supply for the sponsorship of tonight's pregame show.
Also thanks to Fremont Chevy, our scoreboard sponsor, and also thanks to Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, your halftime sponsor here from Wydot. 41-39 the score in favor of Central. They trailed by as much as 10 in the first half, but came back and battled back in the lead. 5 lead changes, 1 tie in this one, and I don't think we're done with those. The way that this game has gone, that this is going to continue on as it is.
Well, the start of the third quarter might be important in this one.
Yeah, might. Lawrence De La Cruz leading the way with 10
Start of the
for
second
Central.
half. Let me rephrase this.
Julian Roberts has 9. Lucas Engel has 7. King Solomon has 8. Sam Marbury, team's leading scorer and averaging probably well into the 20s in conference play. Sam Marbury, 5 points, 5 rebounds right now.
And that'll warm up here in the second half.
And that will change. Sal Duga-Moroboto has 2 points for Central as well. Colin Hayes, though, out 16 points for Colin Hayes in this contest right now as he leads all scorers in the contest, especially his team as well. 5 points for Will Hemme, 4 for Rodriguez Santana, 4 for Preston Condi, 4 for Coulter Merritt, 3 for Drew Larson, 3 for Tessie Long in the ball game. Central leading 41-39. Central 4 of 10 from the arc, and again, they are a much better three-point shooting team than. Well, I guess 4 of 10 is 40%, so they're about 46% kind of in that three-point shooting realm, but 4 of 10 seems like it's not as many as they normally shoot. They're 15 of 32 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 47% field goal shooting right now.
It was a fairly high-scoring first half, but I thought both teams played pretty good defense, really, in this first large stanza.
Yeah, much different than the 106-79 game at Northwest a while back. Northwest, 1 shot less than Central. They've made 1 more than Central at 16 of 31, 52%. 50% from the arc, 5 of 10, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Central has 9 points from the bench. Northwest has 7 points from the bench in this one. And Lucas Engel, 7 of those 9 for Central off the bench right now for his team. Other games going on right now. Western leading Gillette 20-11 at last report in that basketball game. They are in the first half there. LCCC leading Eastern Wyoming 19-16, and I don't know why my YouTube feed decides to stop when I click off of that page, but 29-28 Eastern leading LCCC. They are at halftime of that game. And going on in Rock Springs right now, Western had...
It's a nice older gym there.
Yeah, they lead, Western leads Gillette 27-22. So talked about getting help for a possible conference title for CWC. They got to take care of business in the next 20 minutes of this ball game, and then we'll see how it shakes out with Western and Gillette, with Western out in front of the front runners, the Pronghorns, in the first half of that ball game.
And I think sophomore nights are always kind of a weird thing that a lot of, things can happen, not all of them good.
Whose are you talking about?
Well, we'll be having one of those coming up.
Oh,
so
I was like, wait a minute. I thought maybe it was
Casper College. I'm saying, and that's
right. And then they'll be
about teams that are in the standings.
Then I was going to say, then there'll be a Gillette for Gillettes, but I don't know if that's actually going to be the case for Gillette or not. It's going to be Trapper basketball when we come back for the second half. This has been the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show, brought to you by our friends at YDOT. Second half next, Central leading 41-39.
This has been the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. Thanks to YDOT, who reminds you to buckle up every trip, every time. The second half is next from Rustler Media.
Myers Gambles is a proud supporter of Rustler Sports Broadcasts. They're located in downtown Lander at 420 Main Street, offering furniture, mattresses, appliances, home office, kitchen, and more. They feature brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Jenn-Air. Turn around, shop in town. More details can be found online at landergambles.com.
Gale's Carpet Floor and Home in Riverton and Altitude Interiors of Lander is proud to support Central Wyoming College athletic broadcasts, offering vinyl, hardwood, tile, and laminate flooring. All can be found online at galescarpet1riverton.com and altitudeinteriors.net.
The Wind River Casino has something for everyone when it comes to dining, and they're a great supporter of Rustler Radio. The Red Willow Steak and Seafood is open Thursday through Sunday from 4 to 9 p.m. The Buffalo Sportsbook Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Menus and more information can be found at windriverhotelcasino.com.
Rustler Athletics helps foster academic achievement, leadership, community engagement, and pride. The Rustler Athletics mission is to help student athletes compete at the highest level in their chosen sport and help them build a foundation for a successful life after competition. A $100 donation to the Rustler 500 reverse raffle not only gets you a chance of winning part of $15,000, but also helps make a difference in the lives of CWC student athletes. The last ticket selected will win $10,000, but all money raised helps our athletes win. Check rustlerathletics.com for details. And thanks for helping out, Rustler Nation.
Don't miss your chance to win $10,000. And support Rustler Athletics. The Rustler 500 is coming.
Trapper basketball to begin the second half. It will be Hemi, Merritt, Rodriguez, Santana, also Hayes, and last one out there is Drew Larson. Central in their home whites, Jaden Warren, Lawrence De La Cruz, King Solomon, Julian Roberts, Sam Marbury. Merritt to Hemi. Baseline, turnaround spin. Hayes banks it off glass and ties this up for the second time in the ball game.
This is half a play you see after a timeout right there.
Right, yeah, pretty good set play out of the halftime locker room. Roberts running past his man, throws it off the side of the glass, missed it. Hemi, the rebound. Dished underneath, tapped out of there by De La Cruz, and it's going to stay Trapper ball.
You didn't even screen your man. Your man just cut.
Here the teams getting on the same pages. Hemi underneath. Merritt trapped underneath, flips it back out. Hemi over Marbury, missed it. Sullivan knifes through, grabs the rebound. Marbury back up top. Warren now. De La Cruz working on Hemi. Spins, fades for 8, gets it. That's about a 12, 15-footer, actually. 12 points for Lawrence De La Cruz. Puts Central back up by a bucket. Merritt, Hemi, and Hayes playing catch in the backcourt. Will get it across the timeline. Left side. Hayes has it back. Pump fake, back to Hayes. Marbury on him. Hayes going to let it fly and gets it. 21 for Hayes. Solomon, 10-foot line. Can't get it to drop. Warren, the rebound.
Interesting, that was a shot Marbury normally would have taken right there.
Right. De La Cruz, baseline, working on Hayes. Goes 15 foot, sets himself and drops it in. De La Cruz, 14. Kid has come alive, and he gives Central back the lead. 7th lead change of the ball game. Down low, Merritt, step back. Larson does not launch the 3. Hayes has Roberts on him defensively. Runs it into the corner, 8 to shoot. Rodriguez Santana, 3 seconds to shoot. Hemi's shot, no good. Hayes comes out of there dribbling with it as he gets the offensive rebound and resets the shot clock. Ball tipped out of there. Warren going to the floor, tie up Rustler basketball. 9th turnover of the game for the Trappers. Baseline, Marbury back to the basket. Gonna let him go one-on-one. Spins again. Steps back, floats it off glass. Warren gets knocked down. Ball picked up by the Trappers. Chance to retake the lead, this time down the floor. Merritt scoots it back outside. Drew Larson triple is good.
You know that long pass we just saw, the push baseball pass? That reminds me of Jacques Finn when he used to play at Natrona.
7 of 13 from the arc are the Trappers. And they have back the 8th lead of the game. De La Cruz zigging, zagging, dropping, missing that one. Merritt goes up and gets his 4th rebound of the ball game. Underneath, Larson missed it. De La Cruz will get the board. Here come the Rustlers back on the attack the other way. Jaden Warren's going to try a triple. That one's not good. Merritt will get another rebound. Merritt's going to dish it off, and then Jaden Warren, boy, from behind. Late call, but the right call, gets the foul. As Warren will get his 2nd personal foul. And it's going to put Drew Larson at the line.
I see the women's basketball team's pizzas have arrived. I should do a timing when that happens in each game.
Free throw good. Larson has 7. Trapper lead back to 3 now. Roberts out. Warren is out. Engel has returned, as has Tay Hollins for Central. Second one is no good. Good box out by Engel.
Got pretty severe box out by Engel.
And De La Cruz ends up with a basketball. Marbury held to just 5 points in this one. Gets it back to Hollins. Tay with a triple, not going to fall in. Colin Hayes the rebound. 5 boards to go along with his 21 points. Misses the shot, but gets his own rebound. It's knocked out of bounds and stays Trapper ball.
I got 22. I'm on ball. Cruz, you're good. Go, Eagle, go, Eagle.
Merritt outside Hemi. 3 is no good. Marbury controls the rebound. Sam clears down right side, put it off glass and in. Marbury has 7 and a quick timeout called by head coach Brad Schmidt on that timeout. Going to look at some stats here real quick, as my stat link I normally use out of my score sheet not doing what I would like it to do, as trying to see Colin Hayes. Go to his game log. And it's 26 his last time out. Scored 28 against LCCC. Scored 29 against the Rocky Mountain College JV to be his game high this season for Colin Hayes. LCCC leading Eastern Wyoming. 42-35. Western is leading Gillette 36-31, almost halftime in that ball game.
Score's tightened up a little bit there, though.
Hemi to Merritt. Larson almost throwed it away. Larson's just going to take it to the rack and score it and put him back up by 3. Drew Larson has 9. And the lead is back to 3 for the Trappers. De La Cruz, nice dish. Engel put it off glass and in. Engel has 9. And De La Cruz with a dish. Lucas's career high as a Rustler is 12. And he's knocking on the door of that one. Merritt runs past Hollins, puts it up and in. Full run through traffic. Nice job, Coulter Merritt. See some Star Valley sweatshirts in the crowd. Closer for them to come here than a home game at Northwest. Marbury back out. Solomon can't get the 3 away.
Just remember the Star Valley fans at state basketball through the years, how they always traveled so well.
Very good travel. Solomon's shot falls off, and Engel is going to be fouled.
Probably didn't hurt the Star Valley teams, are normally pretty good too.
Disbelief by Drew Larson. He can't believe it. And looked like he had Lucas's arm trapped.
Well, he is a trapper, you know, so.
Apropos. Solomon's going to come out. King really not on track today either. He does have 2 threes. Salama Duga Moroboto is into the game. Sal has it back up top to Marbury. Scoots on Hayes, and a foul called on Hayes. That'll be number 2 on Colin Hayes, and it'll send Marbury to the line to shoot a pair. Central, as I mentioned, 76% free throw shooters, and we've got the media timeout. So we'll step aside with them. Trappers out in front by 3. 13:54 left. Northwest 52, Central 49. Second half basketball from Rustler Media.
Support of Rustler Athletics comes from Sutherland's on North Federal Boulevard in Riverton. Whether you have a minor repair or a large project, take advantage of Sutherland's many rewards. Sign up for our emails and monthly gifts. Save even more with the Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus consumer credit card. Apply online or see a store associate for complete details. You can order online for in-store or curbside pickup at Sutherlands.com. Sutherlands of Riverton, helping you build it better since 1917.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is helping in the battle with COVID-19. This month, they are focusing on 2 crucial aspects of this battle: COVID-19 testing and vaccination. Wind River Cares is offering free COVID-19 testing kits and strongly urge you to get vaccinated. You can call 856-9281 to obtain a free testing kit or inquire about vaccination. Together, you'll reduce the virus's spread and keep our community safe. Your health matters, so prioritize safety, stay informed, and work towards a healthier, COVID-free future. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare, your partner in this fight against COVID-19.
Sam Marbury hits the first free throw as we come out of the media timeout break. Sam with 8 points now. Second is good. And he will exit stage right. Julian Roberts is in. He and Engel out on the floor together. Halftime from Rock Springs. Western leading Gillette 36-33. Gillette losing at Casper, and Lucas Engel fouling Junior as he came across the timeline. First personal on Engel as he run into Milton Rodriguez Santana. They call him Junior. Hemi will trigger it inbound. Finds Junior, goes to the baseline. Throws it to Merritt. Back out top to Rodriguez Santana. Merritt in traffic. Flips it back. Hemi in the corner for three. Misses the mark. Rebound and a foul on Duga Morabota. And ouch, I hope he's okay as Drew Larson goes to the ground hard.
I wonder if these three players from Fort Collins, it doesn't list which high schools they were on, if they were from the same high school, because it would probably be a pretty good high school team.
They didn't call a foul on that. I thought there was, but nothing called foul-wise on that exchange. Not like the Phoenix Bella Vista Preppers that are all from the same place for CWC. Trappers will turn it over as they throw it away underneath, their 10th turnover of the game. I have CWC at only 3 turnovers in this contest. And they all came in the first half, and Roberts gets a pass from Tay Hollins. His second flush of the game. He's got 11.
A nice entry pass by Hollins.
Lead is back to Central's now. After the Marbury free throws and the jam by Juice. Hemi. Larson triple to answer right back. He's got 12. Nothing but the bottom of the net on that one.
I believe he opened the game with a 3, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Roberts. Back up top, Dugan Morabito tries to throw it down low and pilfered out of there by Santana, Rodriguez Santana. He'll have it pinned to the backboard by Engel, taken away by Roberts. Great job by former 4A Defensive Player of the Year. Then Central turns it over on the other end.
Well, the steal right back the other way.
Hemi to Merritt. Hayes. 12 minutes left to play. Hayes leans in on Roberts. Contact, nothing called. Duga Morabito gets the rebound, gets the pass back from Hollins. He'll lay it up and in. 2 big buckets by Sal Duga Morabito, having sparked it with his rebound on the one side, and we're tied at 55. 11:50 left to play in regulation. Condi will check in for the Trappers' next dead ball with King Solomon coming in, and Drew Larson says, hey, that's my 4th three-pointer. He's got 15 in the lead, back to 3 for Drew Larson. He is freshman out of Fort Collins, and a foul called on Hemi as they came across the timeline. Condi back in for the Trappers, and returning for the Rustlers, Solomon. Marbury, Solomon, Warren, Roberts, De La Cruz, the 5 on the court in their home whites. De La Cruz back out to Marbury. Step back 3 on the way, in and out, stays out, and Larson the rebound.
Well, we've seen a lot of those go in this year, but not today.
4 rebounds for Drew Larson to go along with his 4 three-pointers. Condi trying to post up Roberts down low on the near side. Santana will get it to him.
Condi's left-handed, so there.
Puts it up. The other lefty gets the rebound.
He was setting himself up for the left hand, but just doesn't get it to fall.
Roberts, who is also left-handed, came down with a rebound. 3-point game. Driving Solomon over the top of Larson awkwardly, but he got it to go. Kind of had to adjust the trajectory a bit, and it went in.
Yeah, high and soft off the backboard.
10:35 left in a 1-point game. 10 lead changes, 3 ties. Northwest's biggest lead was 10. Central's biggest lead was 6. Condi back up top. Hemi pump fakes the 3. 10 to shoot. Condi in traffic, swatted out of there by Sam Marbury, taken away by the Rustlers. Good quick hands by Sam. Sullivan triple is in and out, stays out. Larson gets knocked to the ground, and then a foul going to be called on Rodriguez Santana. Larson went down hard as Roberts ended up getting his 5th rebound of the game. Larson's going to come out. Halverson will come back in. Thong will come back in. Rodriguez Santana comes out. So you got 3 starters on the bench right now for Northwest. As Hemi and Hayes, the only 2 starters out there with Condi, Thong, and Halverson. Sullivan gets free. Missed that shot a second ago, but not this time. 13 for King Sullivan. Lead change number 11. Central back out in front by 2. Halverson just sneaks it across. Quick hands by Sullivan, gives it back to Halverson. Corner, Hemi, left side triple. That's good. And a quick timeout called by Coach Ward. And how about the Trappers? They have answered the bell almost every single time today. When the Rustlers have hit a big shot to get a lead, the Trappers come back down and do the same.
But then haven't the Rustlers done that to them when you get right back at it?
Comes back at it. 30-second timeout called by Coach Ward. 61-60 Trappers on the 12th lead change of the contest. Rustler basketball back on the home floor Thursday when they host Western Wyoming. Western leading Gillette right now 36-35. LCCC is leading Eastern Wyoming at half 46-35. But it's kind of like no lead is safe in the Region 9 junior college ranks. Central overcame a 21-point deficit in the first half against LCCC last week. Warren, De La Cruz, Engel, Marbury, and Solomon in. Marbury working on Hayes, leads in, contact, nothing called. Engel, though, gets the offensive board. De La Cruz gets rejected by Condi, taken away by Condi. And then we've got an offensive foul on the other end.
Boy, I like to see where the feet were on that one.
Hayes gets the call and a turnover. You can hear Sam Marbury underneath calling it the entire way. He said, that's a charge. That's a charge. Yeah, watching the replay on the stream,
that'd be a good question for Jaden Warren. Does he actually have time to look down to see where those lines are?
De La Cruz runs down. He has it batted away. It's going to stay Central. Boy, he had Lucas Engel for a quick second down the inside lane, but couldn't get the pass to him, and instead goes down to the baseline and has it knocked away. 18 to shoot, 9 minutes left exactly. Central trailing by 1 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard.
Got really no separation by either team in the second half.
Yeah, the 10-point lead big early as Marbury's triple is off the mark. Solomon battling with Thong will get the offensive rebound. Good offensive battle for King Solomon as he gets his second board. Hayes and Marbury battling. Marbury goes to the floor, throws it to Warren. 8 to shoot. De La Cruz checks the clock. Solomon baseline, shovels it to Engel. He'll put it up at the buzzer. It doesn't go in. Rebound is going to come out to Hemi. Boy, that was a good look. And then Hemi has it taken away by De La Cruz.
They kind of got squeezed by a couple of Rustlers there and lost his dribble.
13 turnovers on the visitors today, yet they still lead by 1. Thong playing hard on De La Cruz. 15 to shoot. Lawrence, back right side, Marbury. 2 top scorers playing defense on each other. Warren lost it at the shot clock buzzer, no good. Big offensive tap by Solomon. Ball goes into the hands of Jaden Warren. He's 0 for 3. And now we'll get a foul in the backcourt on King Solomon, which will be his 3rd.
And that's the thing, if you don't go down, there's probably not a foul call made.
You know, and if you're Northwest, the scout is probably to let Jaden Warren be their offensive threat right now. And unfortunately for Jade, he's 0 for 3 from the arc, and had a great look at that one right there.
Your main shooter has not had a great shooting night either, though. So.
9 points for Marbury, 13 for Solomon, 11 for Roberts. De La Cruz has 14. Halverson travels with a basketball, and that'll be turnover number 14 on Coach Ward's Trappers. .7:24 left. Central hasn't scored in a while. I don't think either team has scored in a while, TBH, but De La Cruz wants a pick from Roberts. Gets it. Oh, Juice was open. They'll go instead. Tehalen's corner triple is no good, and Hemi will come away with a Trapper board.
How many have rimmed out in this ball game?
Several. Halverson to Thong. We're under the 7-minute mark. Media timeout will be coming shortly. Halverson in trouble, gives it out to Hemi for 3, and he'll bury it. 2-possession lead for the Trappers now at 64-60, and Merritt will check in next dead ball, as will Rodriguez Santana. Marbury scoots it corner. De La Cruz now. Condi and Roberts. One left-hander over the other, and Roberts has 13. Condi had pretty good defense, but better offense that time by Roberts. Thong battles the pass, gathers it back in. Losing it on the spin is Hayes. I thought maybe he led with a forearm anyway, but as he spun, it came out of there, and Central gets it back. And again, we've been waiting on that media timeout for a while as Marbury's 17-footer is off. Halverson the rebound. Sam not having a great night shooting the basketball. Underneath, Hemi off the window is good. He's got 13.
Something a little different from his arsenal there on the drive and then off glass.
Back to a 4-point Trapper lead. A long time between whistles, and now an offensive foul coming on Central.
Yeah, this will be on Solomon, so that one foul he took maybe as an afterthought may not look so great.
Ends up with his 4th personal now, and it will be Trapper basketball with 5:39 left to play in the ball game. Northwest the basketball in the lead, 66-62. This is Rustler basketball from Rustler Media.
Rustler Radio is supported by Altitude Interiors by Gales and Lander. Altitude Interiors offers a wide range of flooring options, including carpet, laminates, luxury vinyl plank, and more. Additionally, they provide walk-in showers and custom rug binding services to match your specific size and material preferences. Installation services are available, and financing options can be discussed. Learn more about Altitude Interiors by visiting altitudeinteriors.net.
As the second largest intercollegiate athletic association in the country, the NJCAA serves not only a pivotal role in college athletics, but in higher education. The NJCAA Foundation aims to move the association forward through resources, grant programs, and other special initiatives. Your gift to the NJCAA Foundation will make a difference and create opportunities.
Starting the second half in Rock Springs. Western is leading Gillette, the front runners of the conference, 36-33. LCCC with a 13-point advantage on Eastern with 16 minutes left to play in that ball game. We're ahead of the schedule here, starting about 10 minutes early at Rustler Gym, and the Trappers with a 4-point lead, 5.5 minutes left to play in the ball game. 66-62. Trappers have it, 12 to shoot. Hayes
I don't really think there's going to be an easy out in first-round games.
No. Larson, 3, no good.
He thought it was in. You could tell by the way he fell back.
Ran down the rebound. Central gets the defensive stop. Out of the media timeout. 6 rebounds for Roberts. Sam right side triple. In and out, and then back in again. Shooters bounce on the home rim. Sam has 12. The lead is cut to 1. Hayes working on Marbury. Again, the 2 leading scorers for each team guarding each other. Spending a lot of energy on both ends of the court for those 2. 9 to shoot. Merritt to Hayes. Back up top. Merritt, 3 seconds over the top. Saving it as Hayes as it came out of there, and he throws it in.
Could that have been a pass?
Yes, question mark. I'm not sure. Assist Merritt or a missed shot and a rebound and a putback by Hayes, depending on how you want to score that. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left. Marbury looking for a pick. Goes Tay Hollins. He'll catch, shoot, trade it. First basket of the game for Tay Hollins comes at a great time at the 4-minute mark, and we're tied at 68. Hayes, Larson now. Man-to-man defense by the Rustlers. Merritt. Solomon backs off of him, dares him to shoot a long 3. Instead, hands it off. 7 to shoot. Hemi now has it batted away by De La Cruz. 2 seconds, 1 second. As the shot clock expires, he misses everything. That'll be a turnover, and it will be Central basketball with 3:27 left, tied up at 68 apiece. De La Cruz will walk it across the timeline for Central. Chance to take the 13th lead change of the contest, this time down the floor. Solomon playing with 4 personal fouls is King. Boy, gunning it to Hollins. Catch, shoot. Great it. Assist, Roberts. Tay Hollins on the find. Drops in the triple. And the Rustlers with a 3-point lead on the 13th lead change of the ball game.
That was well timed, wasn't it?
Hemi calling out the play for his Trappers. Merritt back up top. Larson over Roberts to answer. Can't. And then Solomon got the rebound. Bout did the splits. He's going to get up slow and bring it in and hand it off. Boy, King, big rebound. His 4th rebound of the game, and kind of did the splits and stretched himself out a bit there. Rustlers have 3 timeouts. The Trappers have 4. Corner, Solomon almost knocked away. King steps back, lets the 3 fly. That one's no good with 2 on the shot clock. He had to shoot it, and Merritt gets the rebound. 6 rebounds for Merritt. 3 short of his average for a game, but he still has 2 minutes left. Hayes, 2 minutes left to play in the ball game. Central by 3.
Hayes wanted that shot. It was there.
In the paint instead, over Roberts. Leans in, contact, and a foul called on Julian Roberts. Juice will get his 2nd personal foul, and it will be Colin Hayes to the free throw line for the Northwest Trappers. Hayes, a 79% free throw shooter on a team that shoots 84%. Gets the first. 24 for Hayes. Like I said, his season high is 29. To get within 1, he does. And Coach Ward will use one of his 4 timeouts. Each team will have 3 timeouts remaining. With 1:48 left to play in the ball game, regulation time from Central. Rustlers 71, Trappers 70. Bring you back. Finish it out after this on Rustler Media.
Rustler Radio is sponsored in part by the Wind River Hotel and Casino. The Buffalo Coffee Shop proudly serves Starbucks. Open daily from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., serving Starbucks coffee and beverages. The casino also has pastry items baked in-house by the casino's very own baker. The Buffalo Coffee Shop open daily from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. More information can be found at windriverhotelcasino.com.
1:48 left to play in regulation time as you look in on the Trapper Huddle. Again, a big thanks to Amanda Nickoloff and the new media crew. Andy and Noah running cameras up here. Jill Warmberg is our student director. I'm John Gabrielson. That's Joel Kindle. Appreciate you tuning in on RustlerAthletics.com and on Rustler Radio. Again, Central 5-3 in conference play. Trappers are 3-4. One of the Central losses was to this Northwest team at Northwest, 106-79, a much different contest this time around with 13 lead changes and 4 ties. There was 1 lead change in that game when Trappers took the very first lead of the game and never looked back in winning up at Cabry Gym in Powell. 90 seconds left, 13 to shoot. Marbury, cross court, Tay Hollins. High post, Juice, right side 15. Dispans in and out. Merritt, another rebound. Defensive stop that time for the Trappers. Minute 15 left. Rodriguez Santana now to Merritt. Goes up top. Junior throws it back to Hayes. Over De La Cruz. Left it short. Solomon the rebound. Boy, he short-armed that one. He had a mismatch over the top of De La Cruz and he missed it. 5 rebounds for King. Been playing with 4 fouls since about the 4-minute mark. 50 seconds left, 17 to shoot. King Solomon from way downtown missed it. Marbury gets the rebound. Big offensive rebound underneath. Roberts picking off glass and in. And a quick timeout. Julian Roberts with 15, but the offensive rebound by Sam Marbury sparking that to make it a full 1-possession lead at 73-70 with 37.9 left on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard.
That's a good thing when you're not having the shooting night you're typically used to having, to do something else that helps you win the game.
Marbury has been absolutely lighting it up in conference play. A couple of 30-point games, a 42-point game. And dare I say, this might be his lowest scoring output in conference play.
Think so.
23 at Cheyenne, then 30, 34, 19, 42, 31, 24, 15 at Casper College.
But this is still important, I think, for like if you're going to be player of the conference, because if the team wins, that has to be give you some solidity underneath your stats.
And it speaks, I guess, for the rest of the team for him to struggle by standards that he's put up in the last few weeks. For him to struggle and Central still be out in front of this ball game with 37.9 left and a 73-70 advantage. Full court pressure. Barrett will inbound. Hemi, Larson, Hayes, and Rodriguez Santana on the court, dressed in black for the Trappers. De La Cruz, Solomon, Warren, Roberts, and Marbury, the 5 on the court for Central. Shot clock and game clock, 7 seconds difference at 21 on the shot clock. Hemi, if you're Central, it's not a bad idea to foul, and that's only 6 team fouls, but the big thing is it fouls out King Solomon.
Hey, no more to give, no more to give.
He will foul out of the game, and Engel will come into the ball game. And yeah, you harken back to the one foul they gave to get subs in the first half that seemed kind of harmless at the time,
but I didn't think so.
Shot clock, game clock, 1.7 difference. If you're Central, do you foul and let him shoot free throws? Oh, nope, you let him throw it away. Hemi can't control it in front of the Trapper bench.
That was a tough pass, too, where he had to, if he didn't get it cleanly, it was going to be out of bounds.
Coach Ward calls a timeout with 17 seconds left. Central will have the basketball in front of the Trapper bench.
And they will be shooting free throws more than likely soon.
Yeah, it'll be a free throw shooting contest here the last 17 seconds perhaps. LCCC has taken control of Eastern and lead by 18 with 10 minutes left to play in that ball game.
Is that Story Gym there?
That is at Story Gym. And Gillette has retaken the lead on Western 52-49.
Not surprised at that.
In that ball game at Rock Springs. Western will be here Thursday night. Central will go to Gillette. Not next Thursday, but the following Tuesday, and wrap up the regular season. Resetting your Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Central 5-3 in Region 9, taking on the 3-4 Trappers. Central led 41-39 at the end of the first half. They've outscored the Trappers 32-31 here in the second half. 13 lead changes, 4 ties, Central with 4 in double figures, led by Roberts with 15. Trappers have 3 in double figures, led by Hayes with 25. Rustler basketball. They have 2 fouls to give before free throws will be shooting, as well as they only have 5 fouls. Marbury going to bring it into the front court and is fouled. And crowd wanting a travel, and he might have traveled. He might have traveled, but I think the foul predicating that.
That was a minuscule part of the crowd that wanted to travel.
Merritt will get the foul. It is the 6th team foul. Central burned off 6 seconds off of the clock. And with 11.8, they'll inbound opposite of their bench. 13 minutes left in Rock Springs, with Gillette leading 56-49 in that contest. Stay with us. The Bailey Enterprises post-game show will be coming your way here in just a few minutes.
You know, it's not going to look like this in the stats at the end, but the 2 Tay Hollins threes are as big a buckets as were made in this game.
Well, and you know, like I mentioned, like Sal Duga Moroboto with his 5 points at LCCC, when he had, he had 5 points in a 9-point win, but when he hit them were huge, just like Tay, just like his 2 shots here today. And then Lucas Engel has 5 rebounds and 9 points in this ball game today. He's played well.
And a 3.
Yeah, and a 3-pointer on top of it. And he is in for King Solomon, who is fouled out of the contest. Roberts will inbound. De La Cruz, Hollins, Marbury, Engel. They're going to try to get it into the hands of De La Cruz or Marbury.
And Northwest knows who the free throw shooters are.
They'll get it to De La Cruz. Nothing called. And then Central throws it away, but Merritt was outside when he jumped inside, and it's going to stay Central basketball. Boy, they did not get the foul call. 7 seconds left.
And I don't like it when you don't, because then you hype up the foul.
Yeah, the next one's going to be harder. Lob into Marbury, and a quick foul on Hayes will send Sam Marbury to the line. Just one of the bonus, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking, too, like when the ball came to Engel there on that previous, you would want to foul him, not because he's a bad shooter, but he's the least experienced of the 5 that are out there.
Hollins will exit. Warren will come in, and we'll get a timeout. They'll let Sam Marbury think about it just a little bit. 6.5 left. We'll come back after this quick break and finish it out. Rustlers by 3. Marbury at the line with 6.5 seconds when we come back on Rustler Media.
At Fremont Chevy in Riverton, being in the community isn't just how we do business, it's our way of life. We think of our team, our customers, and our local community as one big family. For us, being community partners is more than just a source of great pride. It gives us a deep sense of responsibility. We are excited to bring you the scoreboard for Rustler Athletics on Rustler Media. See Fremont Chevy online and at North Federal Boulevard in Riverton.
Talked about some of the ladies getting close to records. De La Cruz, 3rd in the Region 9 in steals. King is 8th in steals. King is number 2 in single-season three-pointers, and he's now 9 from top 5 career threes at CWC. De La Cruz is number 5 in career steals, 9 away from Devon Colley. Julian Roberts, 2nd in career blocks at 71, 27 away from Gerarda Briscoe's 98. CWC 23rd in three-point percenting nationally, but not tonight, as Marbury is at the line. Free throw is good. 2-possession game, just 6.5 seconds left. Rustlers try to go 6-3 in conference play. Sam makes both. 14 for Marbury. Thong to inbound. Gives it to Merritt. He's got to go. It's a 5-point game. Merritt's going to fire from the logo, and it's off the front of the iron. And this one has come to an end in a Rustler victory. Final score from Rustler Gym, 75-70 the Trappers go down to the CWC Rustlers. Rustlers now 6-3 in conference play. Trappers fall to 3-5.
And the Rustlers score 4 less points than they scored the first time and win by 5.
And win, as opposed to getting beat 106-79, as Joel points out. 75-70 your final. Your Bailey Enterprises postgame show is next. The Rustlers with a split on the day. Ladies fell 84-57. Men win 75-70. The Bailey Enterprises postgame show comes your way next. This has been a presentation of Rustler Media.
County10.com supports this Rustler radio broadcast. At County 10, their mission is to connect the communities that make up Fremont County. Whether you're looking for updated community news, the local events calendar, up-to-date job listings, the details about new businesses in town, the Student of the Week spotlight, or just want to watch local athletic events, County10.com is working to keep Fremont County communities connected.
Bailey Enterprises is a supporter of CWC Athletic Broadcasts. Bailey's operates Pit Stop Travel Centers, Bailey Tire and Auto Service, Bailey Oil Company, Speedway Cafe, Evergreen Wholesale, and Central Wyoming Transportation. All can be found online at BaileyTire.com. Stick around for Bailey's postgame show after the game.
This broadcast comes to you in part by Fremont Therapy. They offer physical, occupational, and sports therapy in Lander, Riverton, Rawlins, and Green River, Wyoming. They are the scoreboard sponsor for tonight's game and can be found online at FremontTherapyGroup.com.
All right, Pepsi-loving football fans, it's time we had a lesson in trash talk. You heard that right, trash talk. And I'm not talking about that stuff that happens on the field. What I'm talking about is trash, like literal trash. And it's the only thing that belongs in your garbage can. No, recycling might not be as thrilling as converting a 4th and long or taking a kickoff to the house. But I think we can all agree Hail Marrying plastic bottles into the recycling bin gets pretty close. And let's be honest, your spiral could use some work. So next time you're thinking about throwing that Pepsi Zero Sugar bottle away, just cap it back up and pretend you're down by 6 with the recycling bin wide open. Know the difference, make a difference. Be a team player and recycle. Visit PepsiTrashTalk.com to learn more.
This is KCWC FM, Riverton. Heard around the world on the Rustler Radio app.
75-70, the Rustlers victorious as they improve their standing in the Region 9 North, now at 6-3. They will host Western Wyoming on Thursday evening. And Gillette is out in front of Western Wyoming midway through the second half of that one. I'll get you a score on that. Eastern and LCCC. LCCC with 6.5 minutes left, up by 14 in that contest. Hoping to have a couple of Rustler basketball players up here in the booth in our Bailey Enterprises post-game show. We'll do that here in a minute. Central led 41-39 at the end of the first half. Outscore the Trappers 34-31 in the second half. 13 lead changes, 4 ties in this basketball game, and Central wins a close one down the stretch, hitting some free throws, getting some defensive stops and rebounds, and doing what they had to do to get the job done here today.
Yeah, I think the fans certainly got their money's worth in a game like this one. One of the most back and forth games I think we've done this year, really.
Central 8 of 23 from the arc. Northwest 11 of 21, 52% from three-point land. They had 5 of 6 free throws. Central hit 11 of 12 free throws. Central for the game, 63 shots. They hit 28 of those for 44%. 9 more shots than the Trappers, 27 of 54, 50% exactly on the day for the Trappers. Central led by 15 points from Julian Roberts. Juice also had 6 rebounds unofficially. 14 points, 7 rebounds for Sam Marbury. 14 points, De La Cruz, 10 of that in the first half. 13 for King Solomon before fouling out. Lucas had 9. Tay Hollins had 6 big points. Sal Duga-Moroboto had 4 big points in the ball game for Central.
You know, if you weren't keeping stats, you'd have a hard time knowing who the leading scorer was in today's game.
Yeah. Exactly. It was a very good team effort by these kids out there today. Colin Hayes, high scoring on the night, 25 points for the Trappers.
I would have guessed that for them.
Yeah, would have guessed that too. Drew Larson had 15. Will Hemme had 13. After that, Merritt had 6 with 7 rebounds. Preston Condi had 4. 4 points for Milton Rodriguez. Santana, have a chair. Lucas Engel going to chat with us here in the post-game show. And this kid, 9 points, 5 rebounds by my unofficial stats. And I think you were the 4A Defensive Player of the Year in high school. And I know this isn't high school, but you're I love it best when it's just kind of freewheeling down there and you get to react and be instincts, because your defensive instincts are amazing.
I feel like they are, yeah. But, we're a good defensive team. It doesn't just happen with one player. People stunt gaps, so you get good stops. People have to pick up the ball. It all culminates.
Your sophomore year, and it just seems like you're gaining more confidence each game.
That's one thing that in practice I get told to be more confident, take more shots, take my shots. I need to translate to the game better, but
you're on your way at 9 points,
I'm doing that.
5 rebounds here tonight.
How long did it take for you to adjust from 4A high school basketball in Wyoming to junior college? And was that mid last year sometime, or how long did it take to really feel like you were comfortable with this?
It was probably about the beginning of last year. After a couple games, I didn't get much playing time last year, but once I started getting a little bit bigger of a role in a few more minutes, I started really adjusting to it.
With another Riverton kid on the team, did that help you see what he was doing and adjust because you saw what he was going through in a way?
Yeah, it definitely did. Plus, just everyone else on the team, how hard we went in practices, it really just, you get with it quick.
Do you like playing with Juice or coming in for Julian?
I love playing with Juice. Juice is an amazing player as it is, and I think with both of us on the court, I don't really know a lot of teams that can actually play with us, so I love playing with Juice.
All right. Anything else?
It's interesting, too, because I think Juice, and if he goes on from here, will probably end up being a 4 anyhow, so it's probably good for him when you're out there for his future, really.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it opens up our game a lot more because I can run the floor, he can set a drag screen, or he can run the floor, I can set a drag screen. I think it opens up our offense a lot when we have a lot more people that can play post on the floor.
Coach had mentioned kind of redemption, revenge week. You didn't get to play Western Thursday, but you get them coming up this Thursday. They're down by 11 right now with about 8 minutes left to play in that ball game at Rock Springs against Gillette. But how did this one feel to get this one and gut it out and get this win?
Well, it felt great, seeing as when we went there, we probably played our worst game I've ever been in while I've been here.
Didn't feel so great
No,
up there.
It felt terrible. There was just a lot of team things going on, but to finally get back to, with the 3-win streak, us going to Eastern, us going to LCCC, and then winning here, I feel like we're finally picking up steam at the right time.
And with that said, the team things, the team dinner last week between Eastern and LCCC, I know a lot of you have pointed to that, and the turmoil that happened of all of last week, and coming together has to be good.
Final question. It's weird too, yeah, because you scored 4 points less tonight than you did the first time you played these guys.
Yeah, and won this time around.
And got routed scoring more points the first time. That's just a weird stat that jumps out at you.
Yeah, that game was completely skewed. The stats were skewed. Everything there was nothing normal about that game. Basically.
I have one last question. I think Northwest is one of the hardest places to play. The way the fans are right there on you, and I hate to say it, it's almost more like a college than the other junior colleges in a way.
Most definitely. They're also just, the way they play so hard and they play so structured. It's not like a lot of other JUCO teams. They run probably, 7,
sets.
8, 9 sets.
Yep.
They run them till the very end of the clock. A lot of other teams don't do that, and it's really hard to play them.
Shout outs to anybody?
How about one more?
We've got another interview, and we got kids that need to go home.
Back in the old days at Northwest, the benches used to be at the ends. And you'd go to check in, and a guy would come out of the stands with a musket and blast you, as you're trying to check into the game. So you're missing out on that fun. Just thought I'd tell you.
Shout outs to somebody since we waited for that, Pearl.
My parents, my brother who came to the game, he came all the way from North Dakota. I'll shout him out.
Sweet.
Since he drove all the way here.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Hey, Lucas, thank you. Good job tonight. Congratulations, Lucas Engel. And now we're going to put the headphones. We're gonna clean these up a little bit, though. You got a towel on, but we're going to clean these up a little bit for. There. You can dry them off with your towel if you want to, real quick. Lawrence De La Cruz is going to join us, and let's see, 19 points last Friday, 19 points Saturday, 14 points today. I know Coach has challenged you at a couple of different times to be more Lawrence, and it sounds like you're doing that.
I mean, it feels great because it started with the trust with the team and then with the coaches, and then that got me going.
Defense spark your offense, or playing well on offense make you play better defense?
I say defense, because defense, you get the ball, team's hype, everything's like hype, and then offense will come.
How did this one feel? Coach called it kind of revenge redemption week with playing Western, where you guys had a 10-point lead with 10 minutes left down there, lost that game, didn't even get off the bus at Powell. Really, how did this one feel today to get this one?
Feels really good. This is what we were preparing for the last weeks, and we're ready for next week for Western and Casper. So.
Yes.
You know, it's weird. I was looking before these last couple of games. Your stats were almost identical as last year, but it didn't look like the same player playing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like last year I was more of since we don't have many scorers like King and Sam, I feel like this year I just go with the flow with them, and then as a point guard, I see my shot, and then if it goes, it goes, and then I'm just a playmaking point guard.
And you're doing well at it. I look at a couple of different things today. Lucas hits a three-pointer. That's bonus right there. Tay Holland's 2 big threes, as you were going to, and then Sal with 2 big buckets. When he hit them were huge, because it was kind of, they had you by 10 at that point. Yeah. It was going, and just has to feel good for the team to come together and do that.
100%. Like Coach said, we need everybody to play at their best. We can't just rely on the starters. And I feel like the bench is coming up to that, even last two games.
It's got to be good to get a win too. And Sam maybe did not play his best game either, because he was not certainly not hitting the threes like he normally does. And yet you won despite that.
Talk about Western for us now real quick. Thursday, they had a lead on Gillette at half at 36-33, but Gillette has since come back and has taken a lead on them. Their scoreboard, like I said, fades in and out, so I can't hardly see that to where it's at. But talk about Western, if you would.
Western, we just control what we can, win our games, and then we'll worry the rest of them when we're there. But what Coach said, one game at a time, and just trust each other.
69-63 Gillette with 6 minutes left to play in that ball game. Lawrence, shout-outs to anybody?
Shout-out to Sam, Jay, my team. Shout-out my family, my dog, of course.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
And, yeah. Thank you for all the sports, and I love them.
Congratulations. Good job tonight. Good luck Thursday.
Thank you.
Lawrence De La Cruz, CWC, 14 points tonight to go along. He's been lighting it up. 19.
Is he our all-time leading Canadian scorer?
Probably.
I'm trying to think who else we've had. We've had other. No, James Woods.
James Woods, probably. Yeah,
that's right. I forgot about him.
In there. 75-70 is your final. Big thanks to Amanda Nikoloff and the new media crew for putting everything together. Jill, Noah, and Andrew working hard for us today. We'll be back on it on Thursday when Western Wyoming comes into town, and game at 5:30 for the ladies, 7:30 for the men, as the men battling for not just a number 3 or a number 2 seed, but possibly staying in the hunt for a 2 or a 1 seed. We'll know more by Thursday of next week. 75-70 the final. The men win. Ladies dropped 84-57. Joel, final thoughts?
Good win for the men, certainly. Obviously, the gals did not have their best night tonight, and fell basically in the first half. But the guys, it's probably one of the more exciting games we've had this year. That was Northwest, I thought, played well too, in this game that CWC went on to win.
Definitely so. Final scores once again, the women falling 84-57, the men winning 75-70. For Joel Kindle and Amanda Nikoloff and our student crew and our engineer Francis Obakoya, I'm John Gabrielson. This has been a presentation of Rustler Media. Till Thursday night, this is 88.1.
That concludes the Bailey Enterprises post-game show. This broadcast has been brought to you in part by Porter's Mountain View Supply, Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming, Bailey Enterprises, and Fremont Chevy of Riverton. Also by Admiral Beverage and Pepsi Cola, Fremont Therapy, Myers Gambles, County 10, the Sutherland Lumber Company, Wind River Cares, Gales Carpet One, and Altitude Home Interiors. And by the Wind River Casino. Thanks to Amanda Nikoloff and the new media degree students from Central Wyoming College and engineer Francis Obakoya. This has been a presentation of Central Wyoming College and Rustler Media.
This is KCWC FM.